What's up? How y'all doing? This Exodus 1, aka In the Ghost Sky, aka Trigger Rank. And I want y'all to like, subscribe, share, definitely hit notification bell. Like to support the channel, cash out in the description. Like follow me on any other channel. Everything's in the top description of my YouTube. With that being said, let's get this show on the road, y'all.
You are watching a master at work. Trapaholics, real trap shit.
What up? Detective Chicken 26. What's up, Detective Chicken? Goddamn, Chicken. Evan Lorenzo. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know what that is. That's Chinese. I don't know what that is. Is that Chinese? I don't know what that is.
And I knew right from the start I was too much. I'm closer than you think to the stars. Nigga, look up. No need to act close. I simply tell them that they hate me.
Thank you. Korean. Okay. Salute to Korea.
nighttime. The city waits to sleep inside. Hear her voice, shake my window. Sweet seducing sighs. Get me out into the nighttime. Four walls won't hold me tonight. If this town is just an apple, then let me take a bite. Then they say, why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does it do me that way? I say, why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does it do me that way? Reaching out to touch a stranger. Ooh, electric eyes are everywhere. See that girl? She knows I'm watching. See that girl? She likes the way I stare. And they say, why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does it do me that way? They say, why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does it do me that way? I like living this way. I like living this way. Across the morning, the city's high to be.
Alright, we about to go to we going to hip hop Buddha, the biggest mistake Gucci made. Yeah, let's see what's going on.
This makes you sound like a totally different person. Typical voice changer would sound like this.
It's impressive, but not that impressive. It's not AI impressive. Let's click on Bob, for example.
I understand you might be confused right now. Me too. Click.
Hold on, let me just put this screenshot there. And as soon as the music started to focus,
Yo, back with another one, man. About to get into this video, man. The biggest mistake Gucci man made, man. Video about hello your son, man. Let's see what's going on real quick, man. Let's see what's happening.
I'm Ryan Rabel, I'm the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Texas. Thank you for coming. This week, 9 individuals, including well-known musical artists, kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas.
On April 2nd, 2026, the Federal Bureau of Investigation made a series of arrests surrounding the alleged kidnapping of Gucci Mane by his signed artist Pooh Shiesty. And this event has sparked a series of heated discussions.
I think I can unequivocally say that Pooh Shiesty is the stupidest criminal I've ever.
I think I could unequivocally say your opinion don't matter. You don't care about what you got to say, bro. Your opinion don't matter. It don't. It really don't matter at all.
Seen in my life.
Gucci Mane is officially the greatest snitch in hip-hop since 6ix9ine.
As well as addressing the accusations that Pooh Shiesty was incredibly stupid and Gucci's a quote-unquote snitch, we should address the bigger question, how the hell did everything go so wrong? In the 2010s, Gucci Mane's label 1017 was highly regarded for its ability to spot and nurture hip-hop artists, and had an early roster containing names like Waka Flocka, OJ the Juice Man, and Young Scooter. As well as fostering different artists in that camp, such as a Nicki Minaj, a Young Thug, a Migos, and many more from the Atlanta region. The name 1017 comes from the address of Gucci's grandfather's house where he grew up in Alabama, and the 17th of October is unofficially referred to as Gucci Mane Day, or Guap Day, and is also the day he got married to his wife, Keisha Kaur. However, in the early 2020s, 1017 started to take a turn for the worse. Pooh Shiesty was a very promising talent, but because of his lifestyle, Gucci was taking a huge gamble. Shiesty was involved in 2 violent incidents in 2020, one of which made the news.
The surveillance shows a McLaren sports car, Mercedes Maybach, and another Mercedes pull into this East Bay Harbor Drive condo parking lot. Guys eventually get out. The meeting about a pair of high-end sneakers for sale and some money owed. Then this. The man in the white shirt has a pistol. The man in the black sweatshirt is also pointing a weapon. Shots are fired before the gunmen take off in their fancy getaway cars. The victims telling...
Now, imagine going to jail because you done shot a dude in the butt and then you get out of jail and rob your CEO? Oh, man. That's crazy. Pooh Shiesty, wow.
Police 20-year-old Pooh Shiesty was behind the wheel of the McLaren.
The biggest takeaway from this story was how little Shiesty cared about covering his tracks. The shooting you just saw took place across the street from a police station, was on video, and a Louis Vuitton bag full of cash was left at the crime scene. The police were able to match the serial number of dollar bills from this bag with a dollar bill Pooh Shiesty flashed in a money spread on social media. As Pooh Shiesty's career continued to grow, he got into even more trouble.
Police say 22-year-old Montrell Williams, who goes by the stage name Pooh Shiesty, was performing at King of Diamonds last month when someone knocked money out of his pocket. A crowd jumped in trying to collect the cash.
In April of 2023 separate charges, Shiesty took a plea deal and accepted a gun conspiracy charge for the robbery you just saw on CCTV and was sentenced to 5 years in prison. But this 5-year prison sentence pales in comparison to what happened in December that year.
We are following more breaking news tonight. This is about a Memphis rapper connected to Young Dolph. Rapper Big Scar has died. This is what was posted by rapper Gucci Mane on his Instagram page. It shows a picture of Big Scar along with the...
R.I.P. to Big Scar. Y'all ain't never heard Big Scar. If y'all ain't never listened to Big Scar,
I need to go check him out. That's 5 minutes.
Go get his album, man. I'm telling you, Big Scar was cold.
Caption that reads, "This hurts. I'm going to miss you."
Big Scar passed away at the age of 22 due to a drug overdose, as well as being a promising artist on Gucci's label, the new 1017, alongside Fujiano and Pooh Shiesty, who they've had multiple songs. Big Scar was also Pooh Shiesty's cousin, and he died while Shiesty was in jail.
Big Scar passing away, like, I could agree with me being in there and having some alone time to think. I could really agree with it, but like to this day, I still ain't really got over that, you know what I'm saying? So it's my little cousin, like I was there, you know, every step of the way until, unfortunately, I wasn't there no more, you know?
The label experienced another horror story in 2024, where the rapper Enchanting was put on life support due to another drug overdose. In June that year, a viral tweet broke down the series of unfortunate events that plagued 1017 artists. It read, "Status on all 6 of Gucci Mane's new 1017 artists. Pooh Shiesty, serving 8 years, which should be down as 5. Big Scar, passed away. Enchanting, on life support. Fujiano, serving 5 years. Hot Boy West, serving 15 years. K Shade, dropped by the label. Roboy, dropped by the label. Hoodrich Pablo Juan, also facing RICO charges. Enchanting sadly had her life support turned off and passed away at the age of 26. By December, Gucci Mane...
That's crazy. So mostly the whole label either died and passed away, got locked up. And Gucci Mane let everybody go. That the books, man, we looked at the numbers, I gotta let everybody go off the label. I'm just gonna keep Pooh Shiesty. Everybody already gone. What you mean you gotta? you ain't had nobody to let go really. Everybody was gone already. Crazy, bro.
Was placed in a very difficult situation.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, I wanted to make this announcement on 10/17 yesterday, but I just seen like my statement, my P&L with all my artists. You know, it's almost like a whole bunch of shakeup and it's a whole thing in the industry right now. But when I look at my P&L and me being a businessman, I think that I'm gonna have to release almost all my artists except for Pooh Shiesty and Fujian.
Who, nigga? You ain't had nobody. Who? You ain't had nobody like, who we count? Roll Boy? I ain't never even heard his music. Everybody else dead or locked up. Who the hell you released?
I don't know. This is a decision I didn't want to make. I thought about it, you know what I'm saying? I could keep all of them under the contract. But I said, hey, let's just make the unselfish decision and, let them take their talents elsewhere. So today, you know what I'm saying, I already reached out to all of my artists, you know what I'm saying, from to their lawyers and whatever, and let them know that.
So why you just didn't let Pooh Shiesty go like that? You told on the man, snitched on the man, got robbed and all that. All that could have been avoided if you could have just been like, all right, Pooh, I'm gonna let you go.
And they're free to take that talent elsewhere. And I'm still looking for new talent to pair up with, you know what I'm saying, Pooh and Food. And that's where I'm gonna put my focus. And I just wish them the best. And I just wanna let them.
In October of 2025, it looked as if this decision to keep Pooh Shiesty had paid off. He was released from prison and, like many rappers, released a first day out track which he called FDO. The song debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hip Hop and R&B charts and would continuously climb up the Hot 100 charts. The next step seemed obvious. Get Pooh Shiesty to record an album with 1017 and ride the wave. But this hadn't happened, and it could have taken a little bit more time, but Pooh Shiesty, rumors began to circulate that Pooh Shiesty had different plans, willing to take extreme measures to get out of his 1017 deal.
Key size easily, just slide the size bar from 50% up to 150%. Now you can easily see every letter clearly and send messages without
deal.
There's crazy rumors going on in the streets.
About what?
And I feel like people are scared to report on this. It's starting to really trickle out.
Don't go there.
The story that's going around that everybody's scared to report on, and this is just a rumor, is that basically Pooh Shiesty and Chopper Gang ran down.
However, there were some obvious problems with this story.
And controlling case, he just did time in the feds zone.
And I agree, that sounds insane. To get doing 4 years in the feds and then immediately do something that would basically get you right back in the feds.
No, it's not insane. Insane is your team putting that out there.
But nobody's putting it out there. This is just
somebody had to put it out there.
Listen,
what supported this rumor was the song FDO and the line, "Type influence I got where I'm from. Got Yo Gotti toting to Drake on God."
When you listen to the FDO song that Pooh Shiesty put out, anybody who for Gucci Mane, it seems to me, you do not fuck with Yo Gotti. Like, these lines have been drawn in the sand. That's not like a cool thing. If you're signed to Gucci Mane, you are not showing Yo Gotti love.
Pooh Shiesty also remained neutral when Gotti was beefing with Young Dolph.
And he's also the one rapper that didn't pick a side between, especially since Gucci seems like he's at an all-time low in terms of interest in promoting new artists or pushing the label side of 1017.
Shiesty allegedly wanted to leave his 1017 deal to sign with Gotti, also from Memphis, despite the fact that he was one of Gucci's biggest enemies. The beef between is sometimes attributed to Gotti releasing his mixtapes.
But then you start smashing his chick and then he got...
Then he went to jail, you said he should be yours.
Now, then it was like, to me, okay, I don't cross the line, like, it's, you know what I mean? It'll never be like, we cool no more.
Now I'm gonna bang his girl.
I already done that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that was your...
You banged your partner's girl.
Damn, guy. Hey, my friend, man.
But that was your...
Praise going on the radio and telling them, well, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. So many people didn't know. Because she was always with Yo Gotti.
I got you.
Come on, man. You know how to get it going.
In fact, Speculation that the only reason why Memphis rappers like Shiesty and Big Scar were signed to 1017 was to undermine Gotti, and Gucci apparently did a similar thing.
Guy that signed the whole Memphis. Now they can't mess with him. Now
who did he sign from Memphis? He signed
He signed like 9 artists from Memphis. Everybody he dropped was a Memphis artist.
Okay, so you think that was because he's still, because we haven't heard anything publicly about him and Gucci and Gotti in forever.
Well, while Gotti and Gucci have a long-standing feud, it seemed pretty bizarre for Pooh Shiesty to get involved in this manner. However, what gave these rumors a lot more weight were the news stories that came after Big Scar's funeral in 2022. When Big Scar was buried, there were apparently some issues between Gucci and Big Scar's family, specifically involving the funeral and Big Scar's possessions.
Allegedly, they said that Gucci asked.
Father had very strong words for Gucci Mane.
The minute that them folk called your phone, come on now, cuz you plug on God that ain't straight, cuz you on here trying to act all real, you post the scar, talking about some long year, bro. You ain't do nothing, cuz, on God. And you ain't getting no chains, cuz. You ain't no way that's happening.
Gucci Mane supposedly paid $10K for the funeral. However, this only paid for half of it. And Big Scar's sister said,
That 10K ain't get for Bob Bishops. I don't know what nobody say. He need to get in the field about like the money don't even matter. You asking for the change, but anyway, the friend will get paid for regardless.
However, Big Scar's father soon stepped in and calmed things down.
I got to send shouts out to Lenny Records, man. They gave my son a big boy chance. Gucci, I got to send shouts out to Gucci too, y'all. He gave my son a major chance, man. You know, I can't let y'all throw dude under the bus like that. The truth is the truth. I gave nobody permission to do that. I'm the one that ain't looking for nothing. I just want what rightfully belong to my son.
His daddy was keeping it real, but at the same time, Gucci was bogus for asking for them 1017 chains and all that. Like, all them was stock chains. If you feel like they was your chains, if you feel like that, you should have been taking them back from him and keeping them until he was finna go out and go on tour. You should have let him have them just to wear around.
That shouldn't have been said. I wish I could have met you though, shook your hand, but we text.
The most you can say about the situation is that there could be some tension between Pooh Shiesty and Gucci, but wasn't really enough to satisfy the wild rumors being circulated. However, in April of 2026, everything you heard from Adam 22 was vindicated by the feds, and an even more insane details started to emerge.
Struggling with depression and not feeling the comfort and peace that you need, I invite you to meet with missionaries like me from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
There were 3 victims, one of which was seriously harmed.
One of the victims was actually choked by one of the defendants to the point of near unconsciousness. Defendant Wright barricaded the studio door with his body to prevent the victims from escaping.
Defendant Wright is better known as the rapper Big 30, and barricading the studio door meant that this was technically a kidnapping. Alongside Big 30 was one of, and Big 30, keep in mind, is also somebody that...
It's a very distinct watch, very popular, but not that many people have it, right? Guy, one of the people in Pooh Shiesty's crew, robs one of the victims of this watch, and then he posts himself on Instagram wearing it, bro. Wow, you can't be serious, bro.
Yeah, now I ain't gonna lie. Now that dude, them that did that, they fried. They cooked. You can't say you didn't take it because they got the proof because you posted yourself on Instagram with it, which was stupid.
And these charges will be a real test of loyalty between Pooh Shiesty and his friends.
But by far the toughest thing going for Pooh Shiesty in this case is you got like 7 other co-defendants with you. If they get one of those people to flip for less time and say everything that happened, then Pooh Shiesty and a couple other folks might be going to jail for a very long time.
In the aftermath, many people have tried to decipher the logic behind Pooh Shiesty's actions. Mark Lamont Hill from the Joe Budden podcast suggested that Pooh Shiesty made a big assumption about Gucci Mane and his associates when trying to pull this off.
They're banking on a no snitching culture that said, yeah, we did this in broad daylight, and if he tell,
that's old. I don't know why they keep bringing that old clip up. That was like 20-something, 30 years ago. These days, Gucci said he telling everything.
Most Bishop, we said for ourselves, like, if I gotta go, I'm go. I know I always snitch on to say about
who had faced trial for the murder of young Dolph and beat the case, told academics about the rumors that were going around Memphis.
You got a bodyguard, which is an off-duty police officer.
Okay.
And, you know,
Best bodyguards to have, too, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
What you're not doing, best bodyguards to have, too, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
What you're not doing, bro. What you're not doing, bro.
Exactly. And but you know, he had the ups on him, and so you know, when the charges didn't come immediately, me and a few of my guys, you know, go slow, press, and you know, and said, you know, we was under the impression that that the security, that the officer, you know, that the bodyguard. Him and Gucci probably had a bond.
Is that even possible though, right? Because if I hire
the only way it's possible, he would be breaking the law. You know, and my question was damn, is he willing to put his freedom, his life, his family's life on the line for Gucci Mane to, you know, to basically hold this to his chest for the reputation of Gucci Mane.
So those.
The internet has speculated that MM refers to Matt Marzal. The document shows injuries of legal name Roderick Davis, and the court documents all personally knew Williams Jr. but show clear evidence of cooperation with police. However, there's been a reluctance to condemn him until more information comes out. Out.
The rules of the streets is if you cooperate with law enforcement and give them any information or any name other than yours, then yes, you are a rat.
Well, Whack 100, you must be a rat then, because you be telling on everybody.
These are the rules of the streets for the last 5-10 years. Where I seen Gucci wasn't the streets. A yacht, an exclusive birthday party, a weekend trip to Vegas where he's...
Whack, you ain't been on no yacht, man. Stop lying. When did Whack 100 go get on the yacht?
Friends, just to his label. I haven't seen Gucci. So is Gucci still upheld to the rules of the streets?
Yes.
Is he a Crip? Is he a Blood? Is he a GD, a BD, a Vice Lord?
You know Gucci a Blood, Whack. Stop it. He one of
Who does he hang with? I don't believe he hangs with anybody but his wife and his family. I believe he socializes and associates with his business partners and who he deems to be his friends.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
It's important to note that if Gucci denies that this incident ever occurred, then it implies that the contract he signed is completely valid and he would lose out on millions of dollars. And in the same month that Pooh Shiesty was released from prison, Gucci Mane released a memoir which reflected on,
you know, his wife. I don't think Gucci on nothing. You know what I'm saying? I think this whole totally different guap, you know.
So you think Gucci like washed up in terms?
But we can somewhat understand the frustration from. There is some frustration to be had on Pooh Shiesty's behalf. But despite the mountain of evidence against Pooh Shiesty, the first day in the courtroom revealed that the feds were missing a very important piece of information.
Videotape.
So they're actually Shiesty's father and Rodney Wright Jr., also known as rapper Big 30, asked Hobbs a key question. Is there any hard evidence, like video surveillance, showing either man possessing a gun or threatening anyone? And Hobbs said no. He also testified that no concrete evidence was found in Wright's car or Williams' homes when they were arrested.
As I mentioned earlier, there are plenty of breadcrumbs linking all suspects to the scene of the crime, but the evidence of the actual crime is where things get interesting. If you look at page 1 of the court documents, there's the sole charge of kidnapping and a suspicious lack of any gun charges. The victims claim that they were held at gunpoint, but the feds seem to be struggling to find hard evidence of the use of any weapons. that Pooh Shiesty probably did it, but whether the evidence meets the standard of beyond a reasonable doubt is a different story. What will strengthen the Fed's case is testimony from the victims, but this will be a hard sell for Gucci.
Now, is Gucci going to cooperate? Now, again, all of this is cooperating to some extent, right? But will Gucci continue now that he's getting
Well, since it's a Fed case, and if the Feds keep the case, Gucci might get subpoenaed. But Gucci gonna have to go sit on their stand and say he don't know what they talking about.
After he made the song. That's crazy.
He gonna have to say he was high at the time or something.
severe backlash? Will he continue? Will he continue, y'all? Because if he continues, he might have to go testify to grand jury. That might say, hey, listen, we want to know what happened. Because were you just having a heated argument? Did you say, hey, I'm going to leave? Did you show intent you wanted to leave? Did someone hold you? Did they tell you to get down? Did the dude really block the door? Or he just found his and he was standing near the door? So,
take it off right now. That's crazy. Hey, y'all, we going to O'Shea Duke Jackson finally gives Corey Holcomb what he deserves. Anton finally gives Corey Holcomb what he deserves.
On January 13th, 2026, Anton Daniels would appear on Corey Holcomb's 5150 show. This was Holcomb would be debating some interesting things regarding the Black community. Infamous thing happened.
No, you talking loud, and you still talking around. What did the Caucasian male do to America? I'm not bringing. I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males. But I don't do that in front of me because what you do, man. Let me tell you what you do. No, let me tell you something. I don't tell you. I don't. Yeah, I don't suck. So fix you doing it right now. I don't suck. You doing it right now. Believe me when I tell you. I don't do that. Tell you. I don't do that.
You could literally see Corey Holcomb's hand shaking in complete rage because of Anton's comment.
I don't do no fucking. I'm a man. I don't do no fucking. I don't give a about nothing. Well, I tell you what.
Corey would get up from his initial position to come closer to Anton. And at first things went back to normal until they didn't.
I'll be around and they tell man, you know. I'm not yet. You done did this before. Hey, homie, I'm out.
Anton decided to leave security, and then Mika, which is a whole other story. But hey, they had a problem. It was solved. He left. End of the story. Right? On the next day, January 14th, when Anton Daniels...
These in real life is frauds. Who Corey and beat? Corey would have got the beat out of me.
And then it would get worse.
Do you know? Listen. Corey is, I'm going to tell you right now to your face.
Now, I'm from Northern California, and what had not said anything, he had, from what I believe, just let it go. But not Anton. That week, he would appear on other people's podcasts as he was insulting Corey Holcomb. He would pull up to No Fugazi's podcast and also Jason Whitlock. He would call in. On January 20th, 2026, Corey Holcomb and the 5150 show would respond to this.
That's who? That's who?
Not Kumo daughter.
That's the air up there. Look, let me tell you something. Don't make no more kids. That gonna be buying like you after a while.
And not only the daughter, but also
that gonna be buying like you after a while.
And not only the daughter, but also the wife. You would even see, in my honest opinion, this had went. Something interesting would happen. On January 21st, 2026, something interesting would happen. On January 21st, 2026, Anton Daniels responded with a very interesting thumbnail. In this instance, Anton was not turned up, talking trash, or even saying anything to Corey Holcomb at all. He looked like a man that was very humble. And instead of his last week's speech of wanting to fight and be all rah-rah, he had this to say.
She's broken. She's broken. So for me,
This to say.
she's broken. She's broken. So for me, personally, for me personally, I want to protect my child to make sure that they get the best care possible.
Corey Holcomb would not stop the attacks on Anton Daniels' family. There would be a t-shirt depicting them as art or something like that, and then it would all get bad, but Anton Daniels really didn't address it that much more. But there was some hint that maybe Anton Daniels might sue. To be fair, most content creators would let something like this go, especially if they feel like they antagonized it or at least brought it to another level. Now, it's true that Anton's daughter Daniel never deserved to be humiliated like this because she wasn't a part of the beef. She's only a 17-year-old girl. And I would say the same thing about Anton Daniels' wife. She didn't want to get involved with this, and it wasn't Corey Holcomb's business to make it get involved in this. But then this happened.
Following week, January 20th, defendant Corey Holcomb aired another show. During the show, the defendant twice aired a photograph of plaintiff Leslie Danny standing immediately in the background of an American flag, the one we showed earlier. The defendant, Corey Holcomb, clearly identified plaintiff Leslie Daniels as the daughter of Anton Daniels. With the photo was shown, host Corey Holcomb made disparaging and highly offensive statements about plaintiff and her father.
House of hypocrite and women. But
Anton, if you know my record, then you know I ain't nothing to play with. Okay.
yeah, for a civil lawsuit. And again, I thought that what Corey did was incredibly wrong. Well, doxing people is also incredibly wrong. And it wasn't just with Lakeisha. Another YouTuber by the name of No Captivity with Freezy complained about this same thing as well.
He's been since I was on the P. I'm being honest with you. I'm being so honest. These are trying to get on for the last.
No.
You want me to tell you what they're doing real life for?
No.
You want me to tell you the names of all of their relatives? Because I know.
Now, the difference is Corey Holcomb, he should have probably removed some of this stuff. Not that it would have mattered, but he never removed the live stream. Whereas when Anton Daniels is allegedly doxing people, he will hide the videos already, which is being a better YouTuber or becoming a better storyteller. It's a good indication that your content strategy is going down the dumps. If you look at anybody that is volatile, like I would say Corey.
Somebody said meet up with Lil Baco.
Corey.
Somebody said meet up with Lil Baco and Otto.
Career typically goes, and it's off the platform. That is exactly what's going to happen to any who continuously makes these mistakes. And again, it's unfortunate to see that this is happening to Corey Holcomb, but nobody can tell him nothing. And it's unfortunate to see what will happen to Anton Daniels if he keeps it up, but nobody can tell him nothing. And again, it's the same guys, one arguing for the black community, which was Corey, one arguing for responsibility or the lack of responsibility, which is Anton. Both of these dudes are doing the same damn thing. Sometimes we really want to be different than who we really are, but ultimately we are the same. And until we take accountability for our behavior, the whole public looks at us as a joke. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm gonna sit here and grift and make money off of these situations, but let's take the message to higher level, guys. If we can't agree to disagree, we should just stay away from each other. Like Anton, you should have knew what kind of person that Anton Daniels was. And if you can't agree,
system.
With somebody's perspective, just leave it alone. But guys, what do you think?
Alright, we going to chop more rolls.
Each partially know what would happen if intel
has been reignited again because my guy Digga D has just released his new song Pay As You Go, all right? A scathing diss track to Central C. I got a little shout out in the video. I'm very gassed to be hearing that. And he absolutely cooked Central C, man. Central C's been firing off little sneak disses, little pop shots at Digga D and me for a minute now, all right? He's linking up with Drake. Dissing Digga D. It's actually been a very one-sided and ugly beef. And Digga D is finally clapping back. He's had enough of the hate, of the nonsense, and he has fired a pretty devastating shot towards Central C. So in this track, Pagey, he basically says he basically says Central C and his team, live yours, live your movie, whatever they call themselves, okay? That gang that they say the Live Yours gang, they wish they could be in it. Digga D's basically saying he's ready to drop that bag. Stop talking about I'll spend £100,000 to get my bum right in front of a crowd. Digga D basically saying, yo, I actually do be getting people shot in front of crowds. So he went absolutely crazy. Okay, I'm gonna break down all of the lyrics, give you all the backstory. But he basically cooked Central C, absolutely violated Central, man. It's actually embarrassing. So he basically said, this is what you lot wanted, innit? Everybody's been saying, please, can you just respond to Central C? Can you just cook Central C, the fake gangster, just for us one time? You're the real deal, please. Right? And he did. He delivered, okay? Said, you better stop because this shit's getting hot act. When they got into my phone, I was gobsmacked. You know he's had some serious cases. The cops been cracking his phone. He said, I don't care if it's on disappear. Don't send me anything bait on WhatsApp. What are you saying? You want a new 17? He's talking about Glock. He's not talking about a young team, all right? He said, I got hitters that's picking up contracts. I'm a pay as you go if you take his shit I'm a pay as you go if you take his shit when you and them come into contact. He's basically telling his little hitters, I will literally pay as you go. I've got bread ready, loading. It's in escrow. If you take any one of those Live Your Movie chains from any of Central C, the beef is back on, people, okay? So you only hear get back comes with time from guys that ain't got back, all right? There's been a few people, this also could be a little bit of a diss towards Fredo, all right? But basically, he's basically saying that all these guys are nerds and they've never got back for their deceased homies, okay? It's scathing what he's saying. So we all know that's a shit excuse for the pussy old youths that are avoiding combat. Yes, I was cognac. Adopt that, I used to lock, chop, and shot crack. He's talking about he used to have guns on the block. He used to chop up the dope and he used to sell the crack. So he's really been in the streets trapping like that. He says they only got polls on Insta. I'll murk everyone in that sprint and now called Sprinter. Also, Central C is known to pose with guns on Instagram, albeit in safe environments like gun ranges, not on the street, not on the block with a sniper like Digga D, of course, has been pictured several times doing. Last time Digga D posted a gun on Instagram, he got arrested immediately, okay? So the XD got a clutch on the back. I'll bring out the spring in the winter. Them man guns are fake, that's facts. They're made from a 3D printer. He's saying they got fake guns. He said your king does Madeline missing again. This MC can make that happen. He's talking about Central C's ex-girlfriend Madeline, and he's doing a smart little well play. This MC can, Madeline McCann, right? He's actually sick with the bars. Not many people can actually do the street stuff and the actual lyrical content like Digga D. He's a one of a kind in the UK, okay? So they never turn shit to a ghost, saying they never killed nobody. They're only up on that score when surrender your flag because you're not no crip. It's easy to say all that surrender your flag because you're not no crip. It's easy to say all that when Digga D's in jail, but now he's back out on the streets. I don't know if Central C even be staying in London like that no more. I don't think you can go back to West London. So you can stand in front of the camera, cap him, and get a headshot from the cannon, you little blood clot. He's basically saying you cap in front of the camera, you actually get shot in the head. He's saying, look, all right, if the Rico comes, it's not my fault. Okay, Digga D's talking hot, but this is what we love, this is what we know and love. So I know where you are. I ain't using flow when I'm tracking. with a double entendre. He said, I'm tracking these ops, I'm not tracking my cycle like a woman. Tracking these ops, I'm not tracking my cycle like a woman going through their little, you know what I'm saying? Mongolia.
You need to understand one of the biggest lies shaping how.
Folks, I found some new interesting connections when it comes to the shooter of Ben 10. In Texas, you got Jay Prince Jr. involved, but now they're saying that actually the guy that ended up shooting Ben 10 actually has connections to Lil Durk, and there's also apparently some connections with T Grizzly, and the whole situation is actually a lot more complicated than anyone could have ever possibly imagined. So I'm going to break it all down to you in this video. First thing I want to show you that's going viral on Chiracology, a lot of people have been connecting the dots and noticing the interesting connection between Ben 10 shooter and Lil Durk. This is them. All-Star Jr. with Lil Durk. The voices. They're saying they're the voices together. Very, very interesting, right? They're saying he's going to be OTF if Ben 10 dies, right? Fortunately, Ben 10 is still alive. It's all good. They're saying All-Star Jr., All-Star Lee, and T Grizzly is a group in Detroit they already locked in. Now, remember when we were talking about T Grizzly allegedly, in some people's opinion, killing his auntie with the help of 600 gang members from Chicago? They're locked in with Durk. They're locked in with OTF. T Grizzly been locked in with OTF. He'd be outside of Duty Low and all of them. So, it's a lot more complicated than you could have thought. See people saying, dog, where you been? Saying, just hoping OTF gets some recruits. At the end of the day, this was Jay Prince Jr.'s fault. Just like Takeoff passing away was his fault, he always has shiesty stuff going on around him. I wouldn't trust to ever do any dirty work with a guy like him. People aren't feeling it. They're saying YB Nick dude before too. Don't know them YBD riders gonna say, this guy being connected, this guy relevant in the streets. Verse 2, AJR, ain't it a blessing? We made it out of Lansing after all of this happened. After Michigan State, after Hubbard, what our man's told on us, the bands they took from us. Joy the T Grizzly video that I did, they was over in the dorms of Michigan State University in the All Stars Ball Hard group, and JR's who he caught his case with, Junior, right? Saying that's a group of dudes I used to rap with. I was in that group. We was all in a group together. JR was part of that group, but it's like that time kind of separated us when I went away. Everyone was doing their own thing. I had a different mission when I came home. Chris and T Grizzly served a 3-year sentence for committing 2 home invasions in February 2014 at Michigan State University. And JR is likely Jeremy Christopher Ford, who was already sentenced in the case. Okay, they was wilding out, all right? This is some more details about that case that they caught together. They both was doing these dorm robberies, and they was basically wilding out up there. Former MSU students sentenced in 2014 dorm theft. So that's Terry Wallace, T Grizzly, getting sentenced Wednesday. He got 18 months to 15 years in prison. That's quite a wide range. 25 pleaded guilty, that's JR. So, let's get back to the Lil Durk connection, because T Grizzly's camp has been close to O Block and Lil Durk since at least 2017. Saying T Grizzly being a Black Disciple gang member, BD, right? He out there was the BDs definitely do not rock with T as much as he rocks with them. Prime example, T Grizzly dissing Brick and Tuka, but when NBA and T Grizzly sent shots at each other, OTF was still fucking in them up until the thing with YW Melly happened. Now, if you know your history there's been a whole boy's girlfriend and a bystander. I don't remember this. Obviously, they say YB's ops from Baton Rouge, lit Yoshi.
Make this viral AI effect with kissing girls. Just open Candy AI.
You know, it's 7 involved in the shooting, but there were a lot of rumors that T Grizzly was actually involved. He was the one doing the shooting, or he maybe had been participating in this incident.
New details tonight on the deadly shooting involving local rapper NBA Youngboy. We're told the rapper, whose real name is Kentrell Golden, was leaving the Trump Resort near Miami when someone started shooting. Now, 1 man was killed. We also learned that a woman and a 5-year-old boy were also hit. However, both of those people are...
He was also seriously wounded after being shot on the west side of Detroit in a unrelated to this beef, apparently, but this was an incident where he apparently got hit. 4 people got shot outside of a roller rink on Detroit's west side. 2 men were in critical condition.
Detroit's east side, where a dispute led to shots fired. This is on Main Street near 7 Mile in Gratiot around 3:30 this Police say one man was hit and rushed to the hospital. He's expected to survive. We're working to learn more about the shooter or if anyone is in custody. We'll post it.
So this was a pretty serious incident. We've seen the car peppered with bullets here outside the roller rink. Looks like numerous cars got shot up. And he's really lucky to be alive now. Shot in the head. And the ambulance never came.
I stopped at a light and shit. Just got boxed in. Niggas had to blow that bitch down. Like shit.
YouTube. Chicks.
Fine, you know what? I like Chick Smooth. Chick Smooth is somebody I really enjoy listening to on YouTube because Chick just got an intellectual curiosity about things.
Damn, Gucci, you fucked up the streets with this one. Hey man, listen you guys, I just spoke to the streets and they are not happy with Gucci Mane's diss record, Crash Dummy on Pooh Shiesty. Not only is this a whack diss record overall, snitching on Pooh Shiesty on this record. Gucci confirmed every robbery, which now makes people feel like he does not care about the code anymore. Now, the reason why a lot of people are pissed off about Gucci especially is because this was what Gucci Mane was doing 5 years ago when he was at Versus with G.
I'll tell you what, this how I do this.
Send some more, I'ma send them the same way. In a box back to you.
You doing
Free kill. Free kill.
I'll tell you what though.
15 years.
Okay, well, I mean, you still talking the same shit. You still talking the same shit.
Hey man, you
So
gotta take
hold on,
that. Listen. No, I'm through talking. It's your turn to do the song.
That's
What
right,
we gonna
that's
do?
right, that's right.
I'm gonna do some music.
I'll tell you, it's all good. Let me say my piece. Let me say my piece.
Take off.
Say my piece. It's like this, bro. I extended my hand because I'm a real man. And the shit we came from in the street, dog, you see that we've been through it, dog. 20 years. 20 years. You. All these
Last year, Big Bang, he posted this picture last year. Big Bang, he posted this picture with the caption saying, well, damn. And he also posted it with the Boyz II Men song, End of the Road. There's also rumors going around that Big Bang unfollowed Gucci Mane on Instagram. However, I'm gonna let the other internet detectives figure that out. Now, the king of snitches, the man who always pops out, the king of snitches, the man who always pops out anytime any one of these gangster rappers seem to tell him,
Break it down for you. No, man. Let me break this shit down.
6ix9ine always going crazy on this shit.
You feel that? Oh, no, it's different. No, it's different. I will tell these hidden shit. I pulled up for no weak shit. They pulled up on street shit. Shit that too rap.
You know I wear a lot of hats. They smile in your face, then they stab you in your back. They learn from your daddy, so I get that it's hereditary. I'm that same nigga that put money on your commissary.
Do you hear your stupid ass out? Yo, I'm the nigga that put you on your commissary. Oh, I did this, y'all stabbed me in the back. Yo, what happened? Remember 6ix9ine situation? Y'all remember the 6ix9ine situation? When y'all said, it's the streets, you know what you signed up for? You know what you signed up for? What happened? It's you. They pulled up on some... I want everything to go take this shit out your fucking ear. Give me this shit, nigga. Oh, this your wedding ring? I mean, this.
You know police on your ass. You know police on your ass. Bitch, I ain't doing that. Oh, I was driving down on Camelton. Did nobody tell on you? Bitch, the fuck you nigga, fool? Man, they ain't number 24, 25 years old. They not don't know no better for real. All he know is the slime shit. All he know that what he was raised on. He don't know no better. He throw it out. Why you just help him? Why you just talk to him? Why you just some word in the streets is my ain't have nothing wrong, what? And then here you come with your security and your cameraman ready to make some money on me. I would have robbed your bitch ass too. See, that's a whole different ball game. Now I see, cause I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't setting nothing up like that. But if I was to get around getting me like that, I wouldn't be able to hold my composure too long. I'm sorry, I whipped it fire. I was sorry, that fire coming out. on my cousin on. I ain't gonna lie, I can't sit here and act like it's cool, man. My folks might come pay for the funeral. I man, you barge your bitch ass in and act like, man, tell me something make me feel right, man. Do me something make me feel better, man. I ain't gonna lie, my boy. I be mad at the motherfucker too if all this, you can make all this motherfucking money you ain't take from my cousin and shit. This shit still built out loyalty, man. I don't give a fuck how inexperienced I am. If I'm still moving out loyalty, I'm still moving out loyalty, even if I don't know no better. Loyalty is taught.
Happy with Gucci right now. If there's a rapper that nobody thought was street, a rapper that never did no gangster shit in their life doing this, then that's fair game. However, if you're somebody like Gucci, somebody that's been on record saying that you would never snitch, actually he said he would rather die than snitch on somebody, then you cannot be mad at this reaction from people that believed you. You guys get in the comments below. Do you guys think everybody's on?
Let me go somewhere else with that, 'cause I think it was his page that we doing. I think we might have got to start remembering. Yeah, I gotta do better than that. I need to go ahead on the unsubscribe for him on that page, period. Hold on, y'all, let me see something. Nah, we can't do that one. We going to hoop talks, y'all. Hoop talks.
Why didn't they just say, we don't agree with this? What did I do to the players?
NBA players react to Jaden Ivey's lifetime ban. Jaden Ivey went on Instagram Live, and the Chicago Bulls terminated his contract the next day. The conversation about whether he has his future in the NBA. The post that started everything. To understand,
hold on, y'all. Look at this Crime Pocket TV right quick.
Probably because no one worked a million.
I know her as Qualisha. I know her as Lily. I know her as we in the same house in the same bed. That's what I know her as.
And we begin with a story you'll only see here on 11 Live News. A rapper's family identifies her as the woman shot to death in who believes she
shot 4 times in the face, sitting in the driver's seat of her own car, a white Range Rover Sport, on a quiet residential street in Atlanta at 1:30
Listen to now.
Her mother said she was targeted. And the more you look at this case, the harder it is to disagree. Let me tell you something about this woman. Because before we talk about how she died, you need to know who she was. Qualisha Barnes. And she wasn't just surviving out there. She was doing something. She went by a few names depending on who you were to her. Her family called her Quilicia. They called her Lily. Her closest people, the ones who grew up in the or so Siditi. She was making moves in the rap scene, and people in Detroit knew her name. She had over 100 seats, and we were
Generally, if you met, you instantly loved her. And she laugh, and she always cracking jokes on me. She loved makeup. She loved dressing up. She loved beauty. So, and she was it. She made the dean's list. She had like 2 more semesters to go. She was so proud of herself, and we were so proud of her.
2 more semesters. That's it. Oh, and she had just bought herself a brand new 2024 Range Rover Sport. Posted it on Instagram, big red bow on the hood, jumping up and down with joy. That car was a symbol, proof that the work was paying off, and she was 14 weeks pregnant. Far more deliberate. Qualisha wasn't out that night doing anything reckless. She wasn't at a club, wasn't at a bar, wasn't in a part of town where you'd expect trouble to find you. She was driving through a quiet residential neighborhood in southeast Atlanta. Springside Place, southeast. Houses, driveways, ring cameras on front doors. The kind of street where people park their cars and go to sleep early. Which means somebody knew she was going to be there.
They were tracking her car.
Think about that for a second. For this to happen the way it happened, in a neighborhood.
She a beautiful lady, and I'm rest in peace to this young lady and to the child, the unborn child.
At that hour, either somebody was already waiting for her, or somebody followed her there. One of those 2 things had to be true. There's no other way to explain it. Her family said she was on her way to someone's house, and her mother didn't mince words when she spoke to the press. She believed her daughter was targeted, specifically because of the pregnancy.
Investigate something that causes a murder, then you need some kind, you need something. I think you need to go to jail too.
That's a mother talking about accountability. Not just for the person who pulled the trigger, but for whoever may have sent them. Because 4 shots to the face, that's not random.
That's deliberate.
That's not a stray bullet.
That's deliberate.
That's not being in the wrong place at the wrong time. That is intention. That is somebody who looked at Qualisha Barnes and decided on. Anyways, the street itself tells a story too. Springside Place SE sits at the end of a residential road. There's a cul-de-sac at the top of a hill. One way in, one way out. If you were waiting for someone in that area, you had options. Park at the cul-de-sac, sit on the hill, or follow and catch them before they reach the door. Atlanta. Porch lights on. Ring lights on. Ring cameras blink. Nobody expecting anything. Qualisha pulls onto Springside Place southeast in her white Range Rover Sport. The same car she posted on Instagram with that big red bow. The same car she was so proud of. She's in the driver's seat, 14 weeks pregnant, going to somebody's house. She never gets there. Somewhere on that street, before she reaches the cul-de-sac at the top of the The shooter fires from outside the vehicle. That detail matters. This wasn't a passenger. This wasn't someone she let in the car. Somebody pulled up on her, or was already waiting, closer to 1:30. Atlanta police respond to Riverside Place SE. What they find is Qualisha Barnes, still in the driver's seat, with multiple gunshot wounds to her face. The Range Rover is sitting in the middle of the street, right near a house with a basketball hoop in the front yard, right near an electrical box that lines up exactly.
Over $100,000? Okay.
On May 5th, 2023, officers responded to a Sam's Club on Southwest Gatlin Boulevard for a report of employee theft. The told police they
Very good.
So I've got the associate upstairs with my market.
Okay.
Got video.
Of every incident or no?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
What, may I ask what he was stealing?
So it's actually false refunds. So they were doing refunds at the register and overriding, so she had another supervisor's code.
Okay.
And would do override.
For friends or?
No, herself. She would load it on a card right there. You watch the video.
Yeah.
She does the transaction, does it for $3,000.
So it's 100,000.
My market manager would give you like the specific. He's the one who
Do you know her name and stuff or no?
Keandra.
How do you spell it?
Keonera.
Keonera.
Breland. Breland.
You don't know her date of birth or anything like that?
Yeah, I get it for you.
Wait, is she female?
Yeah, female.
White, black, Hispanic? So she's being cooperative? Like, does she know law enforcement?
Now I don't know. I've been in this club since January. I'm trying to figure out why this is so much stuff, and finally start digging into it, and that's when I.
So it looks like returns, right? Like a return of $3,000.
Yeah, whatever. I can override it, but no merchandise actually gets exchanged. And then she just loaded it on different credit cards and debit cards. There's nobody else there in the video on some of those. So,
on her own personal debit card?
I don't know whose debit card it is. I don't think so. It's different numbers every time. So
every time it's different numbers?
Well, there's various numbers we say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the membership cost nowadays?
$50 for regular membership, 110 for plus. You get cash awards, so like. Brandon. Oh, come on. This guy right.
You shot it, didn't you? Yeah. Oh, they got nice stuff in here, dude. I haven't been in here.
Soon afterwards, the officers were led to the suspect, who most likely already knew what was coming for her.
Hello. Come on in. Hello. How are you? What's your name? Kiki. With 2 Ks?
Goddamn Kiki.
Oh. I know. Yeah. That's okay. Where are you from?
Kiki done stole 100.
Okay. That's not bad. I'm John, by the way. Or else you're Laviana. Whichever you prefer. Do you know why we're here? You think? I'm not. See, yeah, and everything else, and then you can kind of go from there. Okay? I think no one's here to mistreat you. It is what it is at this point, right? So as long as you stay compliant, and it is what it is, right? Your reason behind it is your reason. We'll decipher that down the road. If you want to talk to me about that, you're more than welcome to. All right? Is this your first job working here, or yeah? You got kids? Boys? Girls? They stay with you in Fort Pierce? Do you have your ID on you or no? Do you have anything on you that Okay, could you stand up for me, please? You're good, I'll get that. So, can you remove your vest for me? Without exposing yourself, obviously. You can take it off. Good. Your chains, can you pull up your chain?
Hey, y'all kicking me in the comment cafe, like, subscribe, share, definitely notification, peace and one.